treasure in books than an all pirates loot on Treasure's Island, rightly said by Walt Disney. A very warm welcome on this wonderful Sunday afternoon to each and every one of you for the book launch event of Vaimitra Chandrasehar. This is Hasini Lakshmanarayanan, founder of The First Step, also a freelance writer in the Hindu School Edition and in the Braintree magazine. And I'm also delighted to introduce my co-host today, Mansi. Mansi is a 15-year-old author, blogger, editor, book reviewer, public speaker, and a wide STEM researcher. Her work has been recognized in acclaimed newspapers, magazine, and podcasts. Before we start, safety first. Believe you are all in a safe place probably, and I would now request Mansi to introduce our young authors and our special guests who will be presiding over the launch. Over to you, Mansi.
Thank you, Hasini, and welcome everybody. Thank you for taking time and joining here and joining us in the celebration of Vaimitra's book launch. So happiness lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of creative effort. This has been the mantra for 12-year-old Vaimitra Chandrasehar, who hails from the city of Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Her creativity and imagination blossomed from the age of 4 when she made her first storybook. Ensuring the spelling of the words she wrote with her grandma in a few sheets of 4-line paper attached to a cardboard, she made it look like her book. It was titled Story of a Cat and a Dog. That was the beginning of Vaimitra's journey, and here we are today, gathered for a 4th book launch. Her first book, Take a Break, is a collection of her short stories and poems. And with the launch of her second book, The Great Adventures of Ali and Albert, Part 1, she emerged as the youngest writer of Chennai. The Great Adventures of Ali and Albert, Part 2, The Mysterious Visitors, was a nominee for the Author Elite Award, which is a global award that is bestowed for literary merit and publishing excellence in the writing and publishing industry. Apart from writing, Vaimitra is also a singer, art lover, and has rendered her voice for 2 music albums and children's rhymes. She is also associated with Kriya Shakti School of Drama, affiliated to Trinity College of London, and is the youngest to achieve grade 6 when she was just 9 years old. You have achieved great, Vaimitra, and it's a pleasure introducing you. Let me now introduce our special guest for the day who has joined us in this event. Lakshmi Narayan sir. Lakshmi Narayan sir is an author, and his book is titled Sales Success Secrets. He's also the co-founder of Only Success, Executive Director at Education Matters, Secretary of Global Education and Career Forum. Welcome, sir, and we hope you enjoy the event.
Thank you. Thank you, Mansi.
Yes, sir. Our next guest for the day is Omita Gaikwad, ma'am. Omita, ma'am, having awakened through her exhilarating journey of self-transformation, she has merged and blended her professional skills and life experiences and embraced her life calling as a holistic transformation coach and founded Pure Transformation Coaching. Certified in NLP, stress management, neuropathic and clinical nutrition, yoga and meditation, Omita ma'am advocates a 360 degrees whole person approach encompassing the body, mind and soul, catalyzing transformation at a cellular level. Your work is inspiring, Omita ma'am. Welcome to the event.
Thank you so much, Mansi.
The next guest for the day is Urvashi Sharma. Urvashi ma'am is a resourceful and ambitious professional with 4+ years of experience in the communications, training, public relations, and editorial fields. She has a demonstrated history of being attentive to detail, deadline-oriented, and continuously maintains a positive attitude. As a self-motivated team player, Urvashi ma'am is skilled in content creation, proofreading, editing, and social media strategy. Welcome, Urvashi ma'am.
Thank you, Mansi. Thank you so much.
Hasini, I would now like to request you to introduce the rest of our guests.
Yeah, thank you, Mansi. And as of our next guest, we have Amit D'Souza, sir. He is an author of 3 books: An Evening Full of Glow Bombs, Handful and Orthodox Leadership and Analyzing. He is also the recipient of the jury awards in the SABA 2020 Book Awards. And our next guest is Ashar Ahmad Shaikh. Mr. Ashar Ahmad Sheikh is the co-founder and director, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, also co-founder and director of EV4 India and Australia. He is also an awesome entrepreneur and speaker and a consultant. And we also have child authors present here this evening for us, being present here for Vaimitra's book launch. And to start off, we have Riyad Maroof Hassan. He is an Indian author, a talk show host, a poet, and an essayist. He is the founder of the media company called The Clippers and an online literature-based page, Literature on Screen. He founded the Clippers Child Council of India in 2021, which dedicates its aim for children welfare development of Indian children. He has been conferred the youngest writer of Assam as well. We are very much happy to have you here, Riyad, and thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much, Hasini, for the beautiful introduction. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, and I would now like to leave it over to Mansi. Mansi, you're on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute, Mansi.
Forgive me, sorry. Our next special guest for the day is Arnay Agarwal. Arnay is a 12-year-old young entrepreneur. He founded e-reading Shala at the age of 10 years and also founded Storytelling Society of India at the age of 11 years. Arnay is a journalist and reporter at a reputed newspaper in the USA as well. He also hosts a program named Motivation Madness, where he gives motivational talks for the children. He's a published author of 3 books. Welcome, Arnay.
Thank you for the beautiful introduction, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, Arnay. Our next guest is Sohardya De. Sohardya is an Indian writer, columnist, fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society of London, and podcaster hailing from West Bengal. He is a fortnightly culture columnist for the Sunday Guardian and a recipient of the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar, which is the highest civilian award for Indian citizens under the age of 18. He has been awarded this award in 2021. Welcome, Sohardya.
Yeah, once again, welcome, Sohardya.
Thank you very much, Mansi, for the introduction. Glad to be here.
And yeah, moving on, as our next guest, we have Vignesh Mohta. Being only 16 years old, he's the founder of a platform called Earn for Philanthropy, which aims to help small and unexplored NGOs. He's also an author of a book called Try Not to Fit In, which has gotten the bestseller on Amazon. He was the youngest intern in some of the startups, and he's also a public speaker. Further, he's working to execute one of his startup ideas. And for the youngest guest of today, we have Prasiddhi Singh. Prasiddhi Singh is a social entrepreneur and an environment activist. Hailing from Chengalpet district of Tamil Nadu, she is well noted for having led the plantation program of thousands of trees and 14 forests all across India, with a specific focus in derogating Tamil region. Through the Prasiddhi Forest Foundation, she has established in Puducherry. Prasiddhi had regularly been carrying out environmental activities. She will be joining shortly as Prasiddhi is busy in a meeting. But once again, we welcome you, Prasiddhi. A big heartily thanks and heartily welcome to all others who've joined the session. It would have been a different feel if this was an event where we all could meet in person and network. However, thanks to the digital platform.
Rightly said, Hasini. It's a pleasure even connecting virtually with all of these insightful people. I would now request Vaimitra to unveil the book cover, because that is why we are gathered here today. Vaimitra, if you can please display the book on the screen.
Yeah. Hello all. Thank you all so much for coming to my fourth book launch, and this is the cover page.
That's a great cover page.
Yeah, can we have an
Thank
applause
you.
for her?
Hi,
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
If everyone can clap for her.
definitely, and that would be amazing because
Yeah.
being at this very young age, is already looking cute.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you all.
That is pretty much amazing, Vaimitra, and I wish the best of luck for you. And
Yes,
now about
congratulations.
yeah,
Yeah,
congratulations.
congratulations, Vaimitra. The Great Adventures of Ali and Albert Part 3, When Life is an Adventure, literally, is now officially launched in the presence of our esteemed guests. We now proceed with the further event.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
And now, talking a little bit about the book. 11-year-old Ali and her little brother Albert, along with Vitro, Bizarro, and all their friends, are going on a mission. Something goes wrong, something very important in the magical world goes missing. Conjuring up spells and potions and traveling through time and space. Find out what happens on this adventure. And now I would like to play a short video which explains all of this. 1 second.
I'm sure everyone will agree that Vaimitra's books information sounds very intriguing.
Can you tell me if you can see it? Then I'll proceed.
Yes, Hasani, it's visible.
Yes, you can see it.
Yeah, it's visible. Right.
Oh.
And I hope that all of you got. I mean, that is pretty much amazing, and I'm also very much excited to know more about the story as well. And congratulations once again, Vaimitra, on your new launch.
Thank you, Hasani.
And I would now request Vaimitra to talk about her book.
Also, before that, I've posted a link to the book trailer in the chat. So if any one of you want to have a look, you can go.
Yeah, sure. The trailer was, beautiful. I really loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah, same here. Means the trailer was. I hope the trailer is just amazing, like her book. It's really interesting.
Thank you. Shall I proceed?
Yeah, definitely. And if you could probably switch on your video better because I'm.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and my video is on.
Hi, I can see you right now.
Okay. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining. Hasani, I've told all about the book, and it was very interesting to hear you. And I would like to share my experience that I had while working on this book. For me, writing is liberating, and I get the freedom to express myself. All my previous 3 books, I always write my script in a notebook or a diary and then do the typing. and draw the line sketch of my illustrations before it's put into a Word document. I did the same thing for this book. I wrote down and then typed. However, this time I used an app, digital app, to create the illustrations and including the cover page. And from this, I learned that digital platform is a boon, and if chosen wisely and used at the right limit. I could also travel through the entire book publishing process, multiple editing of the manuscript, even the minute punctuation as is taken care. After 3 rounds of editing, the illustrations are added and the manuscript goes for typesetting, where I got to see how my book will look when it gets printed. There are a few parallel processes that happens as the editing happens: marketing, materials, book price finalizing, and the book listing. All these processes, coverage, and it becomes all this processes. Because after all these processes become complete, the book is printed and it arrives. And it was a great process, learning process for me. The editing and the illustrations, everything was done by me. And here are some key messages I'd like to convey through my book. Life is an adventure, and you must take life as it comes and be ready to solve all problems, be it big or small. Teamwork is also necessary to solve problems. And my book also conveys a message of friendship. And you mustn't be disappointed or sad if things doesn't go your way. And last of all, you shouldn't be afraid to fail. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Vaimitra. Being an author myself, I could relate to the process that you shared with us. And all of your talk was really very inspiring. So wouldn't it now be interesting to listen to our special guest and what their thoughts are there on these key points that you shared? Also, there's a question in the chat box, so we'll be answering the question later in the further session.
So we do request you to hold on for some time so that we could go ahead.
So we start off with Lakshmi Narayan sir. Sir, as Vaimitra said, her book talks about taking life as it comes and being ready to solve all the problems, no matter how small or big they are. So you have written a book, Sales Success Secrets. So you, throughout your journey, can you share your thoughts on this point and how you can take challenges and how to face them?
Okay, good. First, my hearty congratulations to Vaimitra, because it's not a first time she is doing it, it's a fourth time. Because anything which is doing it, when you are doing it on a first time, okay, you may be doing it on a conscious competency. Anything you do it again and again, it becomes subconscious competency. So probably I have to learn from her, because she has a subconscious competency, because it's a fourth book. I've written only one book actually. So probably she's senior to me on this author, being an author actually. So congratulations, Vaimitra, amazing job. Okay. Amazing question. Good, great. Amazing question. I'll give you a metaphor. The question is asked, say, will us be able to, guess what is next? So that's simply, if I have to put it in that manner, actually. So how many of us leave about, people like us? How many the scientists are able to predict COVID? Literally nobody, right? Before even coming to, nobody was able to predict actually. How many was able to predict in 2004 tsunami? Nobody was able to predict. Predict. Same thing in life also. Okay. If you wanted to say, I will only go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's not going to happen in life. There are problems come, there are challenges are going to come, there are issues are going to come. The minute you are ready to handle, okay, your learning goes up. The minute you are afraid, you are stuck there actually. So, it was a beautiful note. She started with saying, example, as and when the life moves, there are problems are going to be there actually. Okay. So it is, I mean, like, when we know this is what is going to happen next, to a greater extent, we will be on a comfort zone because we know what is going to happen next. So because when you know what is going to happen next, to a greater extent, we will be prepared for it actually. Okay. Say, when you jump into something and if there are something which is happening which is unexpected, that's where your learning is high. So with that note, I once again congratulate Vaimitra for a great launch. So we are all waiting to hear more and more launch like this actually from you. All the best for a great career. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshminarayanan sir, for your words.
Thank you, sir, for your insights. Your examples were really inspiring and intriguing. How you shared life cannot be predicted, so take it as it comes and be ready to face all the challenges and everything.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing it once again.
So, Vaimitra also spoke about teamwork. So, teamwork is necessary to solve all the problems. I would like to have Omita ma'am's opinion on this. So, how important do you think teamwork is in solving problems, and how can we improve the teamwork that is there in a specific team?
First of all, thank you, Mansi, for the introduction. Vaimitra, you are a creativity powerhouse. I think the humble confidence that you're portraying is it's humbling in itself. I feel so privileged to be here. So much to learn from someone like yourself. But I will just answer your question in a moment, Mansi, but if I can just share a couple of points, if that's okay, I won't take too long.
Sure.
Yes. Clearly, I think one message that has shared about the essence of life, and that life is a journey of flow. It is a journey of ups and downs. It can be a roller coaster, etc. And Vaimitra, you have touched on a very, very important subject for many people, not just children, adults, especially now. You are basically an example of resilience. You have taken the seriousness out of a powerful message that things will happen, right? And it's how you embrace them. So you are championing positive mental health here, resilience. You're being inspiring, and aside your growth as an author, I really hope many are actually able to experience and learn from you, because clearly you've grasped a lot of wisdom at such a young age. So lots and lots of respect to you, and clearly the support that your family and your parents have given you in order for you to be who you are. Not everybody has that opportunity, right, to express their creativity, which I'm sure all you budding youngsters and future change makers are have experienced. But coming back to your question, Mansi, teamwork is incredibly important, and this is interesting coming from me. I've been a single mom for 14 years, so I've been a solo team on my personal front in life. But I work as a coach, but I also work in the National Health Service a lot in the UK. And the size of this organization is huge, and the velocity of the work that you go through is immense. And unless there is an element of trust, unless we give each other that respect on a smaller level, to build that feeling of what team is, we aren't able to really experience possibility and potential, right? We bring our own contribution, but imagine where individual contributions come together, what could be experienced then? So teamwork is a completely different experience. Teamwork will bring so much more diversity, and so much more depth to anything you aspire to do. So yes, be yourself, love yourself, bring your whole self, but then experience it on a greater scale with a team. Everybody has something unique and special to bring to a team. That is just a fact.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much very much inspiring, and all of the thoughts and facts which you shared are very much true. And everybody here, I hope that, I realized it right now, and I hope everybody else also. Mansi, you like to share your thoughts?
No, I mean, it's just very inspiring what ma'am said. Trust is very important in leading a successful team. And Hasani and I certainly experienced this planning for this event.
Exactly.
And Vaimitra, I'm sure she must have inculcated this value in a book as well. That is why it is one of the key points of a book. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, if I just add, just in the build up to coming to this event, I could see amongst some of the authors here, you were already working as a virtual team on LinkedIn when you were promoting each other. And I was so proud to see that, you know, I mean, what you're doing now, you are in essence a team for one another, such a wonderful support network. So honestly, hats off to you all. Just so proud of you all and love you all to bits. Please just keep being you, oozing all that love and inspiration where you go. It's just fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amita ma'am.
And moving on to our next question, and this goes to Vashi ma'am. So Vaimitra's book also conveys a main message of friendship. So any instance from your life about friendship or any aspect which you would like to convey to our audience? Over to you, ma'am. We request you. Mansi, I guess, wait, once again, I'll check. But you should probably move on to the next. I'll check and we'll come back to the question.
Yeah, sure. I don't think she's there. I mean, maybe there's some technical glitch because she was there before. So
I request the team to check. Yeah, we can go ahead. Mansi.
Yes. So I would like to ask Amit sir, Vaimitra's book also talks about not being disappointed if things don't go your way and just continuing to do your work and focusing on your target. So sir, why do you think we should keep hoping and trying to achieve your goals? I mean, if you can share your thoughts on that, please.
Yes, good question. But before I answer your question, I must compliment all of you on running a fabulous event. Hasini, Mansi, the rest of the team, good job at organizing and conducting this event. And Vaimitra, congratulations on another laurel into your hat. Now, back to your question, why is it important? I'll answer it in just one sentence. If it were easy, it would be boring. So, you know, life is going to be full of hurdles, full of roller coasters. Yes, if it were a straight path, and imagine yourself running on a straight path or walking on a straight path, sooner or later you will be bored. You need to have that roller coaster to have some fun, because that is what is going to allow you to grow to the best of your potential. So yeah, that is what I think. That is what I believe everyone should accept and embrace. It's going to be tough and it's going to be fun. It is by no means is it going to get boring at any time. Yes. Vaimitra, you have picked a genre that has unlimited possibilities as a storyteller. Yes, it is not limited to the conventional logic flow. Yeah, I know for a fact what I write. You know, I need to look at a lot of logic. I need to look at a lot of physics and chemistry into it before I weave the story. But you've picked a genre that has unlimited possibilities, so that is good. You know, make sure that you enjoy your research when you write, because what you write and what you present to the world is going to love. Yes, with every new book, you are going to discover that you're going to get better. Always remember that what you don't write in the book and what you don't present in the book is what is going to power your writing. So the characters that you build on your storyboard, the storyline that you plot on your graph, that is what is going to power your story. So the end product, yes, we all are going to love it, but you are going to really enjoy that research. So keep having fun, and I think that should get you the best of your potential. All the best and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Amit sir.
Thank you so much, Amit sir, for answering the question. And as you said, if it's going to be as smooth as butter, then life wouldn't be interesting. That was a provoking thought. Thank you for sharing it.
Yes, I agree with Hasini.
Yeah, true. Now, my next question goes to Asha sir. Being experienced in diverse fields, how much failures had helped you? Like, I always say that there are no failures, only feedback. You only start learning when you start facing challenges and failures. So, what are your thoughts on this, Francis? I really untold you.
Yeah, first of all, very good afternoon to all, and I hope I wish that everyone is doing well and safe. And I would like to congratulate Vaimitra for her book launch, and keep doing, keep innovating, and keep writing. And secondly, I would like to thank all the special guests, those who accepted the invitation, and today they are with us for her book launch. And now coming to and Mansi and Hasni, both of you for your cooperation, contribution, and yeah, coordination. Hats off and thanks a lot. And now coming to the question, as you rightly said, there is no failure, only feedback. So whenever we are talking about life, so in the chemistry of life, as we see in the chemistry that we study, so whenever a reaction will happen, there will be products and byproducts. So we need to understand how to utilize those products and byproducts. You see, sometimes we get water as a byproduct in the chemical reaction that we study, and that's what we actually want. We are not bothered about the other products, right? So similarly, in our life, we need to understand whatever we are learning or whatever we are experiencing, irrespective of our success or failure, is going to make us for the future. And every single step that we are taking, and I'm glad to share that the step that you have taken with regards to your the first step, and with your intention to deliver sessions on there is no failure, only feedback, right? So that's a very crucial point, because what I believe is life consists of 2 days, one for you and one against you. So when it's for you, don't be proud, and when it's against you, be patient, for both the days are test for you. Always keep hope not out. That's it from my end. Thank you.
Yeah, once again, thank you so much, Mr. Sir, for sharing those valuable thoughts, and thank you so much for those words as well. And thank you for hosting such an event, which is going to be a great success, I believe, for Vaimitra as well. And thank you for inviting me to host the event along with Mansi, and that's going to be the best part about it for me. Mansi?
Yes, thank you everyone for your opinions. We now move on to the young people of our special guest committee today. Now I would like to hear from Arnay and Riyad. So what message would you like, being you both are authors, so being writers, what message would you like to give to children who are interested in writing but are not finding the right motivation to take their first step? Arnay, if you could go first. You're speaking on mute, Arnay. I think
Anna, you're on mute.
Yeah, Anna, you're on mute.
No, I think there's some problem with your mic. So whenever you try to speak, the mic gets turned off. Can you try removing your mic or something?
Yeah. Headphones. You can remove your headphones and try.
Now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So what I was going to say is that motivation. So many children around the world want to write, but they don't get the motivation. They don't get the strength. Like I myself, when I started to write, I did not want to. I did not want to write. I found it very boring. And what helped me write is because it's not just about finding your goal. It's not about reaching a story. It's just having fun while writing, right? So you should enjoy the experience of writing instead of just being just instead of just focusing on whether I need to get a book. And you don't need to depend, you don't need to think, is it a bad writing, or if I'm writing good, or if this is enough words. When you enjoy writing, everything will come to you normally. If you like, many children around the world I've heard and I've seen, they try to write, but they're always focused on the destination, on the end, on their they're always focused and what the end result will. They're never focused on what they writing, what why they are writing, if they're having fun while writing. And that's what I think is the most important part of writing anything, a book, an article, a newspaper article, anything. You have to you have to enjoy the experience. And that's why I feel uh, that's what I feel should be the motivational. That is what I feel can motivate children like me and all of you, and also others, to just start writing and to just find fun in writing.
Thank you, Arnab, for your insights. You said it right. We have to have fun in the journey and not just think about writing a book and getting it to be published. That's rightly said. I would like to ask the same question to Riyad as well. He was awarded as the youngest writer of Assam. So, Riyad, can you share your thoughts on the question?
Am I visible and audible?
You are, yes.
Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate Vaimitra for the third birth anniversary of Ali and Albert's journey. So just like first Lakshmi sir said that about challenges and that about prediction, and then Amita ma'am said about teamwork and being yourself. Then also Amit sir added about hard work, which was related to roller coaster. And Vaimitra, all this makes a perfect human, or you can say it makes you a perfect author with a wonderful journey. And I've known Vaimitra a month ago, and she is a proud member of my council, the Clippers Child Council of India, and I've seen her being active and her words when she talks to with me. Then it depicts the language of an author, and she is not only an author; she is a book herself of a collection of young, bright mindfulness. And an author's journey never ends, and I want Vaimitra to never leave this pen that connects you to another panel of literature. Because Robert Frost, who's a great poet and author, he used to say that writing is discovering, and discover your thoughts and expressions. And it's the same thing I do while writing, because I never think and write that I'll write. I have to think about something about fictional things or some non-fictional things. My when just take the pen and sit with your paper, then all your thoughts, expressions will come by itself. And I believe that simply we can refer writing as expressions of your thoughts and dreams. And Dr. Kalam said that dreams are not something that lets you sleep. Dreams are something that actually, I sorry, uh, am I audible?
Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
you are.
Oh, sorry for the interruption. So yeah, so I was saying that discover yourself with your expressions, your thoughts into writing, and that's what we can simply refer to writing. And I have a question to Vaimitra. Vaimitra, do you know means the meaning of your name?
Yeah, my name is Vaimitra, which means the friend of the universe.
Yeah, so I actually refer that because means you're being an actually friend of the universe, another universe created by authors like you. Then even Manasi is an author, yeah, also Hasini, and we have great personalities here to inspire you, just like Lakshmi sir, Omita ma'am, Amit sir. Then all of us are here just to celebrate the journey of Ellie and Albert, and also the journey of you as an author. And we are all connected in some other way in a universe. And you are a friend of the universe, and you know how to befriend everyone, to connect everyone. And that's what simply makes you an author. And I wish you all the best in your journey. And gems like you we need at the present scenario. And you're just amazing. Keep it up what you're doing. And just like the host of our program mentioned, that you are also an artist and a singer. So you are multi-talented, and I have today really few words to say, because speaking about you can never end, I believe. And as a young author, I can, and I can tell means how wonderful you have been as an author. And that's it. Thank you very much, and thank you to both of the hosts, Hasini and Manasi, for this wonderful hosting. Thank you.
Thank you, Riyad. I would have to take a leave, so the further event will be addressed by Hasini. Um,
Yeah, thank you so much for handing it over to me. And Mansi, I hope that you will do well and safe afterwards. So now I would like to ask the next question to Suhati and Vignesh. Do you think children should take an initiative towards their passion at a young age? As we can see a lot of young achievers in my term, which I would like to use. I mean, there are a lot of people, including all four of you here as well, including Mansi as well. So yeah, I would first like to give it over to Suhadya to answer. Then we can probably over to you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're
Hasini?
perfectly fine.
Okay, thank you so much. So yeah, when you asked me the question, I was just thinking about every one of us is present over here, including members of the Clippers Child Council of India. So we have all been doing things at this age, and I do believe as we said in the earlier days, in the words of Rabindranath Tagore, that children should come up and they should learn how to see the world from their perspective and do what all interests them, because it is at the end of the day, it's your goal, it's your passion that you work for. So I just heard what Vaimitra had to say about the publishing process over here. She said she has taken the publication process to be a learning kind of sort of a process, and that is absolutely true. When we're going by my work, for example, I'm a traditional author, so we usually write and submit our manuscripts for proofreading and editing to the publishers directly, and they deal with the cover illustrations or the book designs, the jacket designs, etc. But here Vaimitra, she has been using an app and she's been developing illustrations for the covers of a book. So that is how a person develops oneself out of your interests. So it is your passion that takes you forward. It is your passion that brings you out to the wider world, and you should not let it down. Also, since Hasini, you asked me giving examples of Manasi, Riyad, and Vaimitra, of course. So these are children who write stories about children, like Vaimitra's book. It details us on. I think the genres include adventure and certain bit of magic as well. So, well, it is written by a child who knows who knows how these things come up with children, how these should be going on with children of their age as well. So they try to portray their imaginations, their vivid world of realities, their colorful, what they see, what they see in this world in the form of words, and they pen it down and they compile it in the form of a book and they bring it out. And so what I basically feel at the end conclusively is that children should be coming out, they should be displaying their passions, because if it is your talent, it is yours, and if it is your goal, it is yours, and you are there to go behind it, you are there to chase it. So you should not be bound by any regulations or that, or certain kind of obstacles that try to obstacle you. Okay, Vignesh. So yeah, okay, so I'm just conveying it to Vignesh. So Hasini actually talked. Yeah, Hasini actually, Vignesh, if you can hear me, Hasini actually talked about why children should be coming out and and doing what they're passionate about. So, like everyone out here today. And so that is what I believe, Hasini, since it is all about doing what matters to you and what matters to the world as a whole. So you do it for yourself, you do it for your society, you do it for your country. Well, but of course there's a passionate thing behind that, because if you do not have passion in what you are doing, you'd find it boring, as people said. So if you find it boring, you do not have that life in you, and that is something I do not believe. It is completely useless, because it's not worth your efforts. So yeah, okay, I would now like to pass it on to Vignesh for your
Yeah,
thoughts.
before that, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and being present here, Swatia, because whatever you said right now, that is very much true. Because I too do a lot of sessions and speaking on this, so you just put everything right in the point, and that's pretty much about you. I mean, you're just amazing and very much
Thank you so much,
inspiring as
Hasini.
well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It has been a
Thank
pleasure being here.
And thank you for sharing your thoughts once again. And now, Vignesh, the same question would go for you, and I would repeat once again. Do you think children should take an initiative towards their passion at a very young age? That would be my question.
Okay. Firstly, before I answer your question, I would first like to congratulate Vaimitra for having her fourth book published at such a young age, and being active in this field is really appreciable. And I also got to know that the stories about Ali and Albert, how they enjoy and survive in the game situation, like having fun. So I'd like to start my answer to the question with a quote, which is told by Helen Keller: "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all." So this has been a proving statement even for my life. And as you asked about the passion, so yeah, I definitely think they should go with their passion, because you live only once. So do what you are passionate about. Take chances and don't be afraid to fail big when you dream big. But you need to remember that dreams without goals act as a fuel to disappointment. So you must have self-discipline and consistency to achieve great. Because nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. So you need to go with your passion, and yeah, when you dream big and you go with your passion, you must expect a failure, because every failure is a closer step to success. So utilize your potential till last for whatever you have dreamed of. As it is rightly said that God never gives you a dream that matches your bank account. He is not checking your bank balance. He is checking your faith. So yeah, that's my view on your question.
So true, Vignesh. I mean, thank you for sharing all of your thoughts. And as you said,
Yeah, it's my
risks.
honor.
Yeah, I mean, you did take a lot of risks and challenges up. I mean, at a very young age as well, because I know it. And I mean, once again, thank you so much for being present here, accepting the invitation, and
My
for
pleasure.
those wonderful facts and thoughts of yours. And to now
What?
welcome. Yeah, yeah,
So why?
sorry. Yeah, okay. And to now welcome our youngest guest here, we have Prasiddhi. Prasiddhi, can you hear me? Are you here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I hope you're doing well and
Hi,
safe.
Prasad.
Hi, Mansi. Hi, Hasini. Hi,
Hi.
Vaimitra. Hi, all of you.
Hello.
Hi, Prasiddhi.
Hi.
It's a great pleasure to have you here.
Same here. I'm
Thank
sad
you.
to connect with all of you.
And yeah, so I mean, she is very young, very enthusiastic as well, and very active. So, I mean, adventure should be something very much familiar to you, Prasiddhi, I believe. So, Vaimitra's book also talks about life is an adventure, and this story takes place in a forest. So, I mean, you do run an association, you've planted trees over 14 forests. That's pretty much incredible, insane, amazing. I mean, I have no words to explain. That's how much powerful you are. So, what message would you like to give regarding the environment, planting trees, even though it is lockdown? So yeah, over to you, Prasiddhi. And being it Environmental Day soon on June 5th. Yeah, so over to you if you would want.
So, thank you, Hasini and Mansi, for inviting me on this platform. So, I would like to start off about Vamitra's book launch, because that's a really amazing thing that's happening today. So I feel that authors are one of the most important pillars of our society, our guide, our mentors, who are the main torch bearers, and authors are those visionaries who has always played a very vital role in shaping our future or in shaping the new world. And so, hello everyone. It is so amazing to be a part of this wonderful book launch of The Great Adventures of Ali and Albert, Part 3 by Vaimitra, who is a very big fan of Enid Blyton, and so am I, as all the Enid Blyton books are mostly revolving around nature, magic, enchantments, and it always inspires me to be brave, chase your dreams, and never give up. And I'm sure that knowing more about the book of Vaimitra, it sounds more exciting and full of adventures. This itself is a commendable job that she is launching her third part of the book. My heartiest congratulations, Vaimitra. And I am sure that this magical book will bring all the readers near the nature, near the trees, forests, and in fact near the sustainable path, which is the need of the hour. So today, at the time of crisis, when people are already surrounded by so many negative thoughts, which is making things even worse, I'm sure that Vaimitra's book, The Great Adventures of Ali and Albert, will bring all the positivity and will help the readers connect with our nature. So now coming to the question, nature plays a very vital role in humans' life, and all we have needed to survive and thrive was provided by the natural world around us, like food, water, medicines, materials for shelter, and even the natural cycle, such as climate and nutrients. Nature is our sole supplier, and now when somehow humans have started dictating the earth, or I should say, started ruling the world, we are underestimating that nature cannot harm us. It is so friendly with us that we have forgotten this point. And I guess that this pandemic might have come as the biggest lesson for all of us. And this is the right time for all of us to stand up and take action. And action by spreading awareness and in the best ways we can. And I feel that stories are one of the best medium to make people realize the importance of nature. So I feel we should all motivate more authors like Vaimitra who love nature and interpret nature in such a way that people will again start taking time for nature and enjoying with nature. And eventually, we will also start understanding ourselves, which will bring more peace and happiness in the society. So on behalf of the entire Prasiddhi Forest Foundation family, I wish Vaimitra a great success on her book. And I also have a very good news to share on this amazing platform, that finally, with the blessings of all and the love from all of you, Prasiddhi Forest Foundation has successfully launched its third community nursery to support farmers and the environment, which has the capacity of 25,000 saplings. So thank you everyone for all your best wishes. And I'm very happy that I'm able to share this noble news on this wonderful day of Vaimitra's book launch. So I would like to conclude by the quote of Leonardo da Vinci. Learning never exhausts the mind. So we should all keep exploring and bringing adventures in our life. And certainly read our amazing book writer's book, Vaimitra's book, The Great Adventures of Ali and Albert. And I wish Vamitra all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words, Prasiddhi, and also congratulations on your success too.
Thank you, Vamitra.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Hi.
Ashwini, Mansi, is there any scope for me to speak something first?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. So I find this right time to speak about that issue, which is questioned each moment. So that is, having faith in God. I'd like to take a few minutes. Faith in God is not like a faith we put in certain individuals. The more evidence we find that someone is truly kind, honest, dependable, the more likely we are able to trust him. But this does not apply to God. In the worldly things, the rule is, just listen it carefully. In the worldly things, the rule is first seeing and then believing. But in the case of God, it is first believing and then seeing. In case of Vaimitra, like as she has learned the book, whether you are an atheist or believer, it doesn't matter. You need to have trust in God professionally, at least professionally. If you're an architect, you need to have faith in the respective God. If you're a doctor, you need to have faith in Dhanvantri. I'm talking about professional faith in God. It will definitely pay off. Number of case studies and surveys have shown us that the people who became successful have shown their trust in God, either knowingly or unknowingly, during the time of their struggle and even after becoming successful. Never question the fundamentals of God, because for an instance, you just take, if you go to a cricket ground and rather than following the expected rituals, you question the fundamentals of games like stubborn, like why there are only 3 stumps, then you should expect to be thrown out of the game rather than being called to play with everyone. Same applies to the God. So this is what I wanted to say, because even in my book, chapter 7, I mentioned it, and whenever I find the right time to speak about this, I go with it.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine, and thank you that you put it here, because that whatever you
Thank you
said
for the
does value a lot.
Uh,
And yeah, go
Hasini,
ahead, Saudhan.
Hasini, was that Vignesh?
Yeah, it was with me.
Yeah, so I just wanted to, take on from what he said about the faith in God. Like he said, well, we all do have faith in God. Now, in India, it is one of the world's most ancient civilizations, talking about the Indus Valley as well. So I just pointed out one line here that has been taken from Vaimitra's book as well. So I think Vaimitra's book deals with a plot in the middle of a forest, as Hasini said a bit earlier. Is that right?
Yes, I mean,
All right.
There are
Vaimitra,
multiple plots, but one of them happens in the forest.
great. So you have all those, magic enchantments and those mysticism kind of things inside a forest. And since Prasiddhi is someone who's an environmentalist over here, I'm sure she would agree that it brings out a bit of our ancient cultural heritage as well. Also talking about the early religions that existed, and having faith in God is all in forms of nature, like nature, worshipping animism, worshipping mysticism, and God in the form of animals, God in the form of trees. So you find God is it is a belief that is reinforced into us, that helps us put effort into our works when there's an obstacle in front. So it energizes you and it helps you move forward. So yeah, of course you do have belief in God. Everyone has a different God, but there's one underlying philosophy to why we actually have God and why we should have faith in him. It is I wouldn't coerce you into having faith in God, but well, everyone has their different interpretations of who God exactly is and how that thing works or like. But talking about the relation of God and mysticism and environmentalism to Vaimitra's book, I think it is well brought out, and for that purpose I would like to appreciate how Vaimitra actually cooked up the plot in her mind, where she has included all these details very carefully and crafted them in a manner as to bring all of them in an intriguing plot. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely, very true, and
Hasini,
thank you. Yeah, you want to go ahead?
I wanted to add something. May I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, so means of all the topics, Prasiddhi just mentioned a unique topic, which because we all means we know in whichever way you write or whichever genre is chosen to write, you'll always come back to it, nature, revolving around anything. You'll always be back there to nature. And when Soharde mentioned about Rabindranath Tagore, then Gurudev also used to symbolize freedom with nature, and he also believed the same. So everything is fate of nature. The god Vignesh and Sohar they said. And there is a suggestion I'd like to pass to Vaimitra that Vaimitra, I want to suggest you that always be a reader to become an author and read more and more books that can develop your mind. And you are the new tomorrow. We all are coming up for tomorrow for one common reason: to see the next morning shine more brightly. This that let the sun shine more brightly, and your pen can create an impact to millions of readers all around the globe, and you'll make this globe shine. And that is everyone's hope today at this platform. We brothers, sisters, friends, and respective elders have come here to motivate you, and I hope we can pass our impacts to you. And I wish you to share it with 1,000 more, and let us all be connected with the words of knowledge, literature, fantasy, fiction, nature, environment, and everything makes a wonderful collection of Ellie and Albert. So, congratulations once again. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so now I have nothing to say because every one of you shared your thoughts. I mean, that was pretty much incredible. And congrats, Prasati. I mean, enthusiasm means that little energy within you, which, no matter what, whatever situation we are in, we just get a self-confidence and a smile in our face. That one single spark of yours just, turns everybody around you. So all the best, and thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Keep doing what you're doing. Being very young, I really appreciate you for everything that you do.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Hasini. And thank you for inviting me too.
My pleasure. And I guess I was interrupting Vignesh. I'm sorry if you want to go.
Yeah, I'd like to have one suggestion for Vaimitra and also a justification to Swarda's statement. As Swarda considered, I guess he considered it in another way. But my conclusion is like faith isn't something that we exercise just once. Like it is our mistake that to trust God for big things like heaven and all, but not little things on earth like daily guidance. God invites us to trust Him moment by moment for all of our concerns. He is well-seasoned guide who never leads us astray. Most of the people commit a common mistake by seeing God in a particular character. So the justification for your point. And here is the point which influences your life a lot. But the reality is that He is the supreme and can be only be felt if faith is shown onto Him, not particularly in a character or in a in a person.
Yeah, thank you, Vignesh. You know what actually has been said in the Lokayata philosophy or the Charvaka school of the ancient Indian philosophies, which we've often found in the books and in the common
Advaita, yeah.
stream as well. Yeah, so Charvaka philosophy, it basically talks about two worlds. This has also been propagated by Petrarch in the Western Renaissance, which was also a theory by Cicero, who was a Roman statesman. So this is agreed upon by the Western world and by the Indian world, where they talk about two worlds. The first, as you said, is heaven and the residence of the gods and so on. And then there's hell. So three worlds actually. Then there's hell, the Saturn, and we talk about the asuras and all those things out there. And then there's our world. So all these philosophies lay stress on the belief that we should be more concerned about our world than thinking about what goes on over in those particular worlds or not. So just a second, I'm receiving a call. So yeah, okay. So I believe that philosophy, and since you said that faith, one should have the ultimate faith in the Lord Almighty. Yeah, of course, one should have an ultimate faith in Lord Almighty, but that faith might be in different forms. So you might not always consider
exactly, yeah.
Yourself having faith upon one single Lord Almighty. You might have different reasons to believe Him. You might have different forms that you believe in. So your God and my God might not be the same. So that is how things work in India, and especially since India is such a diverse country, and we do have all these diversities in us, and that is the unity that is brought about by the Shat Darshana schools of ancient Indian philosophy. So I really do believe that your points are valid, and of course we all justify our actions, and we all have a reason to exist, and that reason is the Lord Almighty Himself, who is putting out a reason for us to exist. So until and unless you realize your purpose of existence in this particular world, so you keep on working, you keep on struggling each new day. each new light, so that you might be able to fulfill the purpose for which you have been sent to this world. So yeah, that is it. I might have gone to a little extent, into philosophy. So I would like to ask forgiveness for the same. Hasini, if I might not have interrupted you, so you might
No
continue now.
problem.
Yeah.
No problem, but just that we're running a little short. So, yeah, once again, no, that wasn't a problem at all, but indeed it was interesting to hear you actually. So that was a wonderful Sunday to start off with. Amidst all the challenges, we are blessed to be here and to listen to a great experience shared by the author and by our guests as well. And I would again like to extend my heartily gratitude to all the special guests, Amita ma'am, Urvashi ma'am, Lakshman Narayanan sir, Amit sir, and Asha sir, and also our dear friends for joining in, Adnai, Riyad, Sohadya, Vignesh, Prasiddhi, and for taking your time and being here to encourage all of our budding authors. And Vaimitra, you especially, congratulations once again, and we do expect a lot more from you. All the best for your future, and a special thanks to the wonderful audience as well for joining in. Last but not least, best wishes once again, like Vaimitra, for your future. And big thanks to Skillshark and the First Step Club for encouraging and creating a platform for the young minds.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining in. I'm sorry I couldn't stay for continuously. I'm attending another event.
That wouldn't be a
But
problem, Mansi.
All the
but
very
as
best.
All the
J.K.
best,
Rowling has
Vaimitra.
rightly said,
Thank you.
words,
All the
Yeah, go
best.
ahead. Go ahead,
Thank
Mansi.
you.
as
Thank you,
J.K.
Emma ji,
Rowling has
Asini,
said, words are our most inexhaustible source of magic. She has rightly said this. And so, friends, whoever here are young writers and who aspire to write or author their creations, why wait? Because if you can do it now, why wait for some other time to do it? So just get on, and I hope Vaimitra is an inspiration to every one of you, and you try to pursue your dreams as well. Thank you everyone for joining in. And this is Mansi and Hasini
Signing
signing
off.
out.
Thank you. Have a great evening, and hope that you are safe. I mean, hope that you're safe by all, and stay safe and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining.
And you could also find the one second in the chat. You could also find the feedback form if you would like to fill it up. I mean, we request you to do it
Yeah,
as well.
Hasni.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. I would like to add a few words here.
Sure.
Very thank you and Mansi for taking out times and contributing for this event, right? So people always they ask me saying that uh, contribution, it might be small, but it should be significant, right? So here your contribution as a host and the contribution of all the people as a guest and participants, and Vaimitra's contribution as a author, and Prasiddhi Singh, her contribution as a promoter and as an environmentalist, and making all of us aware that as the Environment Day is very near, right, we should actually step up now, right? And thank you all for your contribution, for your inputs, for your time and efforts. So about the details of the book will be shared to you over an email, so please fill the feedback form. And once again, Hasni and Mansi, thanks a lot, and thank you Prasiddhi for for giving your time, and Riyad, then Vignesh and other participants. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you all.
One more thing is that you can find Vaimitra's book on both Amazon and Flipkart. You would like to check. And Vaimitra, you want to talk probably and give out more information on that. Actually, on mute. Vaimitra, you're on mute.
Sorry, I went on mute. Thank you all and all the special guests for joining. Thank you to all the participants, and I hope you all will buy my book, read it, and yeah, that's all.
Once again, I thank everybody for joining in, spending your time this evening and this Sunday, your book launch and all the thoughts which were shared by the event is a very good thing to start off with by the week. And I once again thank Asher sir for giving me this opportunity to host Vaimitra's event. A very good friend of mine. We do miss Mansi here, but and I hope that everybody would stay safe wherever you are. And once again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh,
Bye.
I'd like to congratulate Vaimitra once again for her football, the third part of Alien Albert, and also it was great hosting by Hasini and Manasi. So we today learned a lot from each one of you, and I also enjoyed a lot today at this
Rest
1 hour program. But in this full 60 minutes, it was really great. Thank you very much.